Hi students, good morning. In this session, we are going to discussing the objective problems for binomial theorem. So this chapter is very important for JEE mains and advanced. So these are very easy and very important chapter. This is the binomial theorem. Okay, let us start now. Okay, what is the binomial theorem for positive integral index? So binomial, what is the binomial? Bi, that means 2. The index is positive integral value. See that if n is a positive integer, then the expression x plus a whole to the power of n, that expansion is nc naught x power n plus nc1 x power n minus 1 into a plus nc2 x power n minus 2 a square plus so on ncr x power n minus r a to the power of r plus so on ncn a to the power of n. So that is the binomial expansion. Here the power index is the positive integral value. Okay, here n is a positive integer. So then the expansion is this one. Okay, in this expansion, what are the number of terms? The total number of terms in this expansion. The total number of terms, we are observing the points. The total number of terms in this expansion, sorry, okay, see that the total number of terms in this expansion equal to n plus 1. The number of terms in this expansion now is n plus 1. Here the terms we are observing here nc naught x power of n, that is the first term. So then after, what are the terms here? nc1, here nc2, nc3 and so on, ncn. These are n terms. The first term is nc naught. The total number of terms in that expansion is n plus 1 terms. We are observing this expansion. Here the first term is x and the second term is a. We are observing in this expansion the nc naught x to the power of n. Here there is no a, that is there is no second term, that is a power 0. Here x power n and a power 0. So highest power is n, that is x to the power of n, and that is a to the power of 0, that is the least power, that is 0, a to the power of 0. We are observing in the next term, the second term, x power n minus 1 a power n. The third term, x power n minus 2 a power 2. We are observing this expansion, the first term powers are decreasing and the second term powers are increasing. This is the main observation. So the first term powers are decreasing n to 0. The second term powers are increasing from 0 to n. So the last term a to the power of n, x power 0, a to the power of n. So we are observing these are the first term powers are decreasing and the second term powers are decreasing. Second term powers are increasing and first term powers are decreasing. Okay. Now what is the general term in this expansion? So we have taken another point that is the general term. The general term in this expansion is we are denoted by TR plus 1. That is r plus 1th term were taken the general term. So what is the general term? So denoted by this is tr plus 1, that is tr plus 1 is equal to the term is ncr x to the power of n minus r a to the power of r. This is the general term we are taken in this expansion. The general term is tr plus 1 is equal to ncr x to the power of n minus r into a to the power of r. That is the r plus 1th term in that expansion. So we are taken, this is the general term we are taken denoted by tr plus 1. So the term is ncr x to the power of n minus r a to the power of r. This is a general term. So next point we are observing here, what are the here coefficients nc0, nc1, nc2 and so on, ncn. These are all called binomial coefficients. Here nc0, nc1, nc2 and so on, ncr and so on, ncn. These are called binomial coefficients, are called binomial coefficients. Simply denoted by C0, C1, C2, C3 and so on, CR and so on, Cn. We are denoted by simply C0, C1, C2 and so on, Cn. So these are binomial coefficients. Here we are observing the relation. So many times we are using NCR is equal to NCn minus R. That means the coefficients from beginning to and ending to these two values are equal. That is here NCR is equal to NCn minus R. So what is here, we have taken R is equal to 0, then we are NCn minus 0, that is NCn. So the first NC0 term is equal to the last term coefficient NCn. So like this NC1 is equal to NCn minus 1, NC2 is equal to NCn minus 2 and so on. So this is the very useful formula. NCR is equal to NCn minus R. Okay. See the next point. So the number of terms is n plus 1. Here the general term is r plus 1th term, and the coefficients nc0, nc1 and so on, ncn are called binomial coefficients. Now we are observing the rth term, from the beginning is equal to n minus r plus tooth term from the end. Here observing the rth term from the beginning is equal to n minus r plus tooth term from the end. So that is so beginning rth term is equal to n minus r plus tooth term from the ending. Okay. So now similarly, that is rth term. Similarly, the rth term from the end is equal to n minus r plus tooth term from the beginning. Okay, so this is a very useful formula. So now sometimes in objective problems we have to find the 7th term from the end of the expression is given. Now using that term is we are finding that is t n minus r plus 2 term, that is the rth term from the beginning. Okay, so if r is the rth term is the from the beginning is equal to n minus r plus 2th term from the end. These are both are equal. Okay, so next point is the sigma, where this expression is denoted by sigma. Here x plus a whole power n. Here x plus a whole power n. This expansion can be written in the form of sigma, that is sigma r is equal to 0 to n ncr x to the power of n minus r into a to the power of r. So, and also similarly, we are expressed this x minus a whole to the power of n, that is equal to, here sigma r is equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power of r into ncr x power n minus r a to the power of r. So we are using the sigma notation. Here x minus a whole power n, that is we are getting plus minus alternatively, it is coming like this expansion. In this expansion we are getting plus minus alternatively if the expression is x minus a whole to the power of n. So that is in the sigma notation, sigma r is equal to 0 to n minus 1 power r into ncr x power n minus r a to the power of r. Next point next point is what is the coefficient of x to the power of m in the expansion of a x power p plus b by x power q whole to the power of n. The coefficient of x to the power of m in the expansion of a x power p plus b by x power q whole to the power of n is ncr a power n minus r b to the power of r, where what is r is we are finding r is equal to np minus m by p plus q. We are finding first we are finding r. How to find the r? R is np minus m by p plus q. After finding r, the coefficient of x to the power of m in this expansion, so the expansion must be like this: a x power p plus b by x power q whole to the power of n. Then the x to the power of m coefficient is ncr a to the power of n minus r b to the power of r. Here r is np minus m by p plus q. Okay, it is very important formula. Next formula we are observing, so this is also similar. The coefficient of the independent term, we are finding here how to find the independent term in the expansion of the independent term in the expansion of same expression a x power p plus b by x power q whole to the power of n is the term independent of in the expansion of a x power p plus b by x power q whole to the power of n is tr plus 1, where r is have to find r is equal to np by p plus q. Here the independent term, that is the term in that term there is no x, that is like that the coefficient of x to the power of 0. So that is the independent term of x. If here m is 0, then the term is independent of x. That is in the term there is no x term. Okay, so the term independent of x is here we are taken m is 0. Then r is equal to np by p plus q. Then we are finding r. After finding the r value, what is the term independent of x? That is t r plus 1. This is the independent term of x. So here x to the power of m quotient in this expansion is ncr a to the power of n minus r b to the power of r. This is the quotient of x to the power of m in the expansion of ax power p plus b by x power q whole power n. How to find r? R is np minus m by p plus q. Here in the independent term, how to find r? R is equal to np by p plus q. Okay. Next, see the concept of the middle term of x plus a whole to the power of n. In that expansion, what is the middle term? So the middle term in the expansion of x plus a whole power n is there are two cases. If n is even, then what is middle term? That is t n by 2 plus 1. If n is even, t n by 2 plus 1. If n is odd, then what are there are two middle terms. These are t n plus 1 by 2 and t n plus 3 by 2. Observe this expansion. Suppose x plus a whole to the power of 4. So in this expression, the index is 4, that is even number. What is the expansion of this one? That is 4c naught x to the power of 4 plus 4c1 x cube into a power 1 plus 4c2 x square into a square, 4c3 x a cube and 4c4 x power 0 a to the power of 4. So in that there are how many terms? 5 terms. So the middle term is this one. This is the middle term. So that is 4c2 x square into a square. So in that the middle term is what is the that is third term is the middle term. So now see the formula. Here what is the formula we are saying? That is t n by 2 plus 1 is the middle term. If n is even, then the middle term is t n by 2 plus 1. So here what is n here? 4. That is 4 by 2 plus 1. That is t2 plus 1. That is t3. That is the third term is the middle term. If n is even, then the third term is the middle term. Okay. If n is odd, if you take x plus a to the power of 5. So this expansion is 5c naught x power 5 plus 5c1 x power 4 a power 1 plus 5c2 x to the power of 3 a square plus 5c3 x square a power 3 5c4 x power 1 a power 4 plus 5c5 a to the power of 5. In that the number of total number of terms is 6. The total number of terms is 6. Then we are getting these two are the middle terms. These two are the middle terms. That is third term and fourth term are the middle terms. So we are using the formula. What is the formula? If n is odd, then we are taken t n plus 1 by 2 and t n plus 3 by 2. These two are the middle terms if n is odd. Here n is we are taken 5, that is t5 plus 1 by 2 and t5 plus 3 by 2. That is nothing but t here 6 by 2, t3 and here t 8 by 2, that is 4. So we are getting third term and fourth term are the middle terms. We are getting this is the third term, this is the fourth term. These two are the middle terms in the expansion If n is odd number, then we have two middle terms. If n is even, then we are only one middle term, that is t n by 2 plus 1. If n is even, then t n by 2 plus 1 is only one even, one middle term. If n is odd, then we are getting two middle terms. So these are t n plus 1 by 2 and t n plus 3 by 2. These are the two middle terms in the expansion of x plus a whole power 5. In this expansion, express a whole power 4. If n is even, then we are getting only one middle term, t n by 2 plus 1. Okay. Okay. Next concept is the largest binomial coefficient. What is the largest binomial coefficient? The largest binomial coefficient in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power n. Here also there are two cases. If n is even, then the largest binomial coefficient is nc n by 2. If n is even, then the largest binomial coefficient is nc n by 2. If n is odd, then the largest binomial coefficient is nc n minus 1 by 2 and nc n plus 1 by 2. There are two largest binomial coefficients. Here we are taken the, here also we are writing 1 plus x whole power 4. So in that what are the binomial coefficients? So what are the binomial coefficients in that? nc0, nc1, nc2, nc3, nc4. So here n is 4. If n is 4, then here what is 4c0, 4c1, 4c2, 4c3 and 4c4. If n is here even, then what is the largest binomial coefficient? So what is the largest binomial coefficients? We are saying that is nc n by 2. That is n here 4, c 4 by 2, that is equal to 4c2. That is the largest binomial coefficient. In that 4c2 is the largest binomial coefficient. If n is 5, if n is 5, that is 1 plus x whole to the power of 5. In that, what are the terms binomial coefficients? That is here 5c0, 5c0, 5c1, 5c2, 5c3, 5c4 and 5c5. These are the binomial coefficients. In that there are two largest binomial coefficients. These are that is nc n minus 1 by 2, that is n here 5, c 5 minus 1 by 2, that is 5, c 5 4 by 2, that is 2, 5 c2 and another is nc n plus 1 by 2, that is 5c 5 plus 1 by 2, that is 6 by 2, that is 3. Here 5c2 and 5c3, these two are the largest binomial coefficients in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power of n. So in that expansion, if n is even, the largest binomial coefficient is nc n by 2. If n is odd, in that expansion there are two largest binomial coefficients. These are nc n plus 1 by 2, nc n plus 1 by 2. These two are largest binomial coefficients. Okay. Another concept. The general term in the expansion of x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on, x n whole to the power of n is n factorial by n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial and so on n r factorial into x1 to the power of n1 into x to the power of n2 and so on xr to the power of nr. So this is the general term in the expansion of x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on xn whole to the power of n. So in that there are n terms. So binomial expansion is two terms. Here we are taken n terms x1, x2 and so on xn. These are n terms expansion. So that is x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on xn whole to the power of n. In that expansion we are taken the general term is n factorial by n1 factorial, n2 factorial and so on nr factorial into x1 to the power of n1, x2 to the power of n2 and so on xr to the power of nr, where n1 plus n2 plus n3 and so on nr is equal to the index n. Okay, this is the general term in the expansion of n terms. Okay, we have taken r terms x1, x2, x3 and so on xr. So we have taken r terms or both are taken n terms. Okay, the number of terms in the expansion. In this expansion, this is the general term. How many number of terms in the expansion? So this is the formula n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. So the number of terms in this expansion is n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. Okay. For example, we are taken, if we taken, this is the a plus b plus c whole to the power of 7. In that what are the number of terms in that expansion of a plus b plus c whole to the power of n? Here how many terms? Here 3 terms. So a plus b plus c, there are 3 terms. Here r is 3. So we are taken here n is 7 and how many terms here? 3 terms. So the number of terms in this expansion, the number of terms in the expansion, the formula n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. So that is equal to, here n is 7, number of terms is 3 minus 1 c 3 minus 1, that is 9 c2. Okay, that is 9 c2. Okay, what is 9 c2? The value is 9 into 8 by 2 factorial. So that is 2 4s are, that is 9 c 4s are 30. Okay, so the number of terms in that expansion, that is a plus b plus c whole to the power of n. If the number of terms is 3, that is we are taken r is 3, here index is n is equal to 7 and r is equal to 3. In that expansion, the total number of terms is 36. Using the formula n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1, that is the formula. In that formula we are taken n is 7 and r is 3. We are getting the number of terms in the expansion is 36. Okay, next point, see that the number of terms in the expansion of x plus a whole to the power of n plus x minus a whole to the power of n. So the number of terms in that expansion is, we are taken n plus 2 by 2 if n is even, and if n is odd, the number of terms in that expansion is n plus 1 by 2. So it is very useful formula. Suppose if we get the expression is like this, here 2x plus 3 whole power 7 plus 2x minus 3 whole power 7. In that expansion, what are the number of terms, the total number of terms in that expansion? Without expanding, the number of terms is, we are taken the formula. If n is odd, then what is here? N plus 1 by 2. Here 7 plus 1 by 2, that is 8 by 2, that is 4. So we are using that formula. We are finding the number of terms. In that expansion. is if n is odd, we are taken the formula n plus 1 by 2. If n is even, then the total number of terms is n plus 2 by 2. Okay. Another concept, similar concept here. The number of terms in the expansion of x plus a whole to the power of n minus x minus a whole power n is n by 2 if n is even, and if n is odd, the number of terms is n plus 1 by 2. So here in the above formula there is a plus between these two expressions. Here plus x plus a whole power n plus x minus a whole power n. In this formula x plus a whole power n minus x minus a whole power n. In that expression, the number of the total number of terms, suppose if you take this expression, that is 5x plus 9 whole power 10 minus 5x minus 9 whole power 10. These are similar values. Here 5x plus 9, here we are compulsory 5x minus 9, that is x plus a, here x minus a. These terms are like that. If the power is even number, here 10 is even, the total number of terms in that expansion, what is the formula we are saying here? That is n by 2. The total number of terms in that expansion is n by 2, that is 10 by 2, that is we are getting, that is 5. The number of terms in that expansion is 5 terms. So without expanding, we are writing the total number of terms in that expansion here. If n is even, then n by 2 number of terms. If n is odd, the total number of terms is n plus 1 by 2. Okay, another formula, see that the sum of the coefficients of ax plus by whole to the power of n is a plus b whole to the power of n. The sum of the coefficients. Now in this expansion, see that this is suppose 2x plus 3y whole power 5. In that expansion, the sum of the coefficients of this expansion is we are taken the sum of the coefficients in that expansion we are taken, what is the formula? We are taken a plus b. What is here a? That is 2 plus b is 3 to the power of 5. Here 5 to the power of 5. So the sum of the coefficients of ax plus b whole to the power of n, that is the formula a plus b whole to the power of n. So in that expansion, for example 2x plus 3y whole power 5. In that expansion, the sum of the coefficients is here 5 to the power of 5. That is a plus b whole to the power of n. Here n is 5. Here a is 2 and b is 3. That is 2 plus 3 whole to the power of 5. That is 5 to the power of 5. So that is the sum of the coefficients in the expansion of ax plus by whole to the power of n is a plus b whole to the power of n. Okay.